Alright, so today is Adventure Day in Bangkok. So I'm gonna go to the underground transport and connect that to the BTS to get to like the Central Mall area. Look out. Because I want to see how the public transport works. So I'm going to time it. Right now I'm in the east side of the city. Like a good 30-minute bike ride from Icon Siam. And that's where I'm going to end up today. Then the Apple Store at Central World because I want to check out the MacBook Neo. Like I already don't have an M1 Max powerhouse. But you know, we're going to fanboy on that. And yeah, yesterday, so my Bolt driver dropped me off at like a BTS checkpoint and said finish the mission. So I was like, okay. And I winged it and it was pretty smooth. Like I didn't really know what I was doing, but it just flowed and I got there quick. Using public transport for me is completely new because especially in my hometown, we just don't have a system like that, let alone America. But here, as you can see, it's just like, this place is optimized to get around on foot quickly if need be. Well, I mean, paired with the bikes and the buses and the sky trains. So this one is gonna be the underground. I think they have 1 or 2 underground railways that connect, and then they have the BTS, and you can see them on the map. So. On Google Maps, there's like a green line, a yellow line, and a blue line. And you can see it kind of wraps around the city. So I'll just be fooling with that today. Bangkok is a walkable city, man. You could easily live here. You should live here without a car. A bike's another thing. Well, look at this, man. They got this huge walkway across the interstate. These are everywhere. And then they got the SkyTrain right here. And I'm walking to the underground tunnel, which connects to that SkyTrain somehow. It feels so trippy too, walking above the traffic like this. Woo! So the underground was actually the monorail above me. This is the yellow line. And you see that little like overlook, that's one of the stations. So if you ever just see this, keep walking until you see that station and then find your way up to that, and that's where you can get on the monorail. All right, so I got in the first one. She recommended go north and then jump on blue line and go south. No drinks in this area. Ditched the last bit of my coffee, and then you just swipe this card they give you. And then I'll see, I don't know if you can reuse this or you buy another one at the next gate, but we'll see. I'm the only one at this gate, so. Looks like they come every 7 or about every 10 minutes. They come on both directions. And that's pretty distinctive when you get here. There's like 2 sides of the road that you can jump on. So that's the other train. If it's your first time coming to Asia or traveling abroad or living abroad, I would not recommend Bangkok. This city is so awesome, but it is massive. It's unlike anything I've ever seen. And I think some of the Chinese cities are like this too, but this is like, Bangkok is like even 5x the intensity of what you'll typically see in Thailand, especially in the rural areas. It's like a night and day difference. Like if you want to jump here for a couple days and just feel things out, you'll see what I'm talking about. But I would start way smaller, especially if you're uprooting from like the UK, the US, Europe, any of those parts. Also, I would recommend that you have something going for you if you do decide Bangkok. This is kind of like New York vibes, New York lifestyle. I would live here if I was like grinding out IT at Anthropic or some kind of AI company or some kind of like, you know, like trying to make it in the arts or something. But I wouldn't say Bangkok is starving artist territory unless you really want to like slum it out. The only good thing is, well, one of the good things with Thailand is even if you're in lower income areas, you'll never be as fearful as if you were staying in the USA. You know how there's like different demographics that those areas attract, like the drug problem in the USA, etc. You never really get that into with Thai people, which is cool. So like you can stay in a lower income or like an older area, but still have like really good Thai people around you, and it makes it great. Bangkok, I can only imagine the abundance of options you have as far as like where you can stay. But there's probably some old areas here, and I just don't know the conditions of those places. But the city's insane. Like this behind me is like not even downtown Bangkok. It's like on the outskirts. You get there and it's just like these massive buildings to the max. Right now I'm staying at the BTS waiting for this next train. I guess this is the monorail. They have like 3 routes that connect to each other around the city. I wanted to get that down pat because it's so new to me. And it's very efficient. Like I said, I winged it yesterday. I just had a boat driver drop me near one of the entrances, and it's very streamlined. You walk up either one of 2 sides because they go both directions, and you tell them what area you're going to. There's like 20 stops on each line or something, roughly, and it's like $1 or $2 to essentially ride out the whole line, and then if you transfer from there to another route or line, it'd be another $1 or $2. And it just takes you either underground or over the city in record time. And these things run all day. Like, I think all these stops have a train every 10, 20 minutes. And this is how you can really clear the city fast for cheap. And on top of that, they've got all these walkways. Like when the earthquake happened here last year, I walked like almost through the whole central part of the city. It took me like an hour to get back to like my place, and that was still just a fraction of the city. But I would recommend this, and then I would do boat cars next. I haven't ran into any obscene traffic when I was in the boat taxis, and aka Grab. That's just a different, cheaper app. I could imagine the traffic gets pretty crazy. Oh, my train's here. I would not drive a car in Bangkok. Honestly, I would not even drive a bike either. It's a different animal in the north of Thailand. But let's get on this train, and then I pretty much go the whole route on this one, so we'll see how it goes. Alright, so it started raining, but now I'm walking to the Blue Line transfer. I'm gonna skip the park because it was raining. I'm gonna go straight to Central World. Alright, made it to the Blue Line. Okay, so blue is underground, yellow is overground, and then I think green is overground too. It takes some serious mental stamina to get through Bangkok. Jeez. Almost to Central World. Now I'm on the green one, which I think is BTS. Cool car. That was 28 baht. So all three of these trains have costed me about $3.50. A boat would have been 2 or 3 times that. But a boat would really add up over time if you were like daily commuting. Made it to Central World, man. It's like an hour and some change later. It's definitely a marvel to see the massive city connected how it is with all the transit. I mean, it really sets the standard of how a big city should operate. That being said, it takes some stamina to cross that thing. So it's kind of a pay-to-play thing if you can afford the grabs or have your own vehicle. That comes with its own risks, but because I pretty much cleared like half the city of Bangkok in an hour and some change for like $3 or $4. So cost-wise, it's the best way, and it's very convenient and streamlined, but it just takes a lot of mental stamina. They don't have the MacBook Neo at the Apple store yet, but I was talking to a worker in there. He's from LA. We were talking about the transit system here. You know, you dispose your card after like every trip. But we were saying like, what if you just have like one card or like a scan app to streamline it? I'm sure that's way easier said than done, but still, it's probably what they'll go to. All right, heading to Icon Siam Mall. I'm almost there. I cleared like a lot of the city. I didn't go in Central World. I was in there last year when the earthquake happened, which was insane. So kind of traumatized from that. But went to the Apple store there, then got back on the monorail, BTS. There's more than 3 lines. I thought it was just blue, green, and yellow, but there's like gold, teal, and you'll see those on the map too. Mall opposite of Icon Siam. So I'm gonna hit the ground floor and go to Icon Siam. I'm in ICS. I thought that stood for Icon Siam. Icon Siam is insane. Crazy. It's a cool place right here on the top of Icon. Jeez, that mall is huge. swim back to the hotel now. So you got Lumpini Park, and the connecting station is Siloam Station. That takes you underground from the SkyTrain. That puts you from green to blue or something like that. If you want to feel like a cog in the machine, man, you come to Bangkok and get on one of these monorails. It's crazy. Head into the last line for today, the yellow line. So get me back to the hotel. Made it back to my hotel area. This was the BTS day. That pretty much blew my mind. I've never really commuted through subway. Been to New York some, but this was on another level of commute. Literally felt like a cog in the machine. But I'm sure it's simpler for people who use it as a daily commute because it's so much cheaper. Leaving Bangkok today. Successful pickleball tournament and a nice little day trip yesterday. This hotel room is extremely nice. I paid the same price for something near Sukhumvit last year, and it was like an older box on like a walking street. But this place is nice. Walls are a little thin, but with a room this big, and they clean it every day, and it's pretty clean. And then it's got like a local market down this road, and then you're near like the Mall Bangkok area. This cost me, I think, close to $300 for 5 days. This is flight and hotel included, round trip within Thailand. And I could honestly do 4 days in Bangkok because it's just a massive city. It's pretty intense for how I typically live in Thailand, but definitely worth a see. But yeah, thanks for watching. Heading back to the north. Much love. Took 15 minutes from taxi drop-off to gate in the Don Mueang airport. 15 minutes. Now I'm carry-on only, but still. It's just unheard of in America.